Hey guys, SureShot Midget here doing a video on my KWC Elite Force 1911. So I had to redo this because my freaking camera is retarded. So let's talk about the mag first. So these mags, I hope you can see, didn't have the flash on this time. Just going to try it out without it. So one bad thing about these mags that just tears this gun apart is the follower is plastic, so it gets worn down very, very quickly and your slide starts to not lock back. It should be metal, it really should. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. That is a fault by the designer. KWC's mags, I think, their followers were plastic on their original World War II design, but Elite Force did not strengthen this mag at all. It's literally the same thing except different finish. Instead of a gray finish, it's black. That's it. They didn't mess with that, which is sad. Here is the gun. Externally, it's worn. I sanded the slide down. The safety back here does not work anymore. Once the hammer is back, I can pull the trigger and it will go off and it'll like push it down automatically. But the beaver tail safety does work. No matter which way I hold it, it does not go off. You know, the finish on it is not bad, but after a while it starts to like chip off, obviously, but then it also like starts to get smooth. I could just chip this all off and make it chrome without sanding it down at all. Slide lock is really worn. It really is. The slide is not worn itself. I don't see anywhere. Yeah, where this slide lock goes up, there's not much wear on it, but the slide lock is really worn. Now that is a good thing because you are not going to be wearing out the slide. It is the slide lock is going to be worn out, so you can replace these. I think Tokyo Marui ones will fit. I should try that. I think they can fit, so it's not a big deal. Also, mag releases, I think Tokyo Marui's will take them, and I'm always worried about my mag release failing, getting worn down, and my mag coming out, especially on these gas guns with recoil, and, you know, metal on metal, but it's not worn out, so. Now, let's go into the internals and see. By the way, this is 10,000 rounds, if I haven't mentioned that. I do use WD-40 in this. So let's take a look at the frame first. Now the frame is pretty worn. All these parts are worn. The only steel parts on this gun are the grip screws and then the trigger bar that goes around the frame, which is the most important part. One of the most important. The hammer is pretty important, but the hammer is not. It's aluminum. It's not pot metal. I think the original gun was pot metal, and that's why there were some issues with them after a while, but it is worn a good bit. Sorry guys, I should have had the flash on, but it's worn a good bit. Here, hang on, I'll turn some lights on. Give me a second. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah, there we go. It's worn down in there. I've treated this gun amazingly. If you treat this gun well, you can get past the 2-year point. So, that lower is solid. This lower receiver is solid. This frame is solid. There's no way. This hammer is even really solid. And when the hammer goes forward, it's straight. It's not like bent at all like this. It's straight, so when that hammer hits forward, it's straight. There's no, you know, bending it back with that joint down here being stressed. With that slide on it even, it's not pushed back at all. Alright, the slide here. Let's take a look at it. It's probably dirty because WD-40 attracts dirt, but I have not washed this. I literally throw it in the sink and wash it after my games. A lot of dirt. Or not dirt, like gunk. Same here. WD-40 makes this gun cycle great, though. Same here. and then the barrel spring, and then the barrel. So when you get this barrel, you will expect some issues. After about 10,000 rounds with mine, my hop-up is non-adjustable. I can move it, the wheel, as much as I want. It does not adjust the hop-up. It is stuck where it's at. I have it sighted in at 100 feet with .25, so not a big deal at all. That's right where I want it. The one thing that kind of bothers me is there's a bunch of gunk down there by this rubber seal, but there's nothing I can get down there to wipe it off with. And you cannot take this out unless you like break this. See how this goes like this? You cannot pull it out unless you break it. Literally break that metal. Tokyo Maruis are supposed to come out like easily. Otherwise I could get in there and fix it. That is one downside. That is one con I would say about this gun, is that you cannot just easily switch hop-ups. You'll have to break that somehow. And I don't want to do that. Now mine does not have the nozzle spring in it. I took it apart to lube some seals up, which is a bad idea for me, and that spring is impossible to get back on. Not a big deal. Works great without it. The slide is aluminum from what I know. The nozzle is plastic. From what I know, you cannot buy extra nozzles, but this nozzle is freaking solid. Obviously 10,000 rounds through this thing, and there's, minor issues. I've had a KWA M9, and right out of the box it was shooting straight up in the air. Not even a round through it, and it's shooting straight up in the air. And this is 10,000 rounds, and this thing is just satisfying me more than a $170 gun out of the box when this is $100. It's ridiculous. KWAs are not hyped up to what they're not engineered to outperform. They try, but they fail. And I know a lot of you guys like KWAs out there and stuff, but there's no way I'm gonna spend money on KWA anymore. There's no way. I've already dumped probably $600 into their guns. It's a waste of my money and a waste of my time, because I end up getting all raged over broken guns, because they should work, and my local retailer doesn't do crap to fix them. They just make you pay. I'll bring it in, we'll take a look at it, and then there's like bench fee, blah 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 blah, bull crap. I'm done with you. I don't buy guns from local retailers. I like supporting local retailers. I buy my BBs, my gear, batteries, everything, just every other miscellaneous thing except for guns, which I will buy online. Same with parts. I mean, locally, there's no gas blowback parts. I mean, if I went to, like, my local Airsoft Alpha, they don't carry parts. They, tech guns, but they'd have to order them. And Airsoft Smith, they have a good amount of parts, but I don't think they have gas blowback parts. I'm going to look up on their website and see if they have any GMP WOC parts or WA system parts. I haven't checked their website yet. I'll check that to see if they have any. But, excuse me, that's the 10,000 round point. Your magazine's probably going to be definitely going to be broken by 10,000 rounds. And to get 10,000 rounds through it, it's, I don't know, 60 CO2 cans. I can't even imagine, I don't even know if it's 60, but after about 40 CO2 cans, 35, your mag is toast. So, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. I recommend this gun a lot.